Wow, as you can see here, this movie Marshall is by far like one of his best movies. Chadwick Boseman came out of nowhere and just took over Hollywood, especially for character actors. I mean, his performances are just incredible. And a lot of people didn't know him until the 21, the Jackie Robinson movie, and everybody said, "Wow, who is Chadwick Boseman? Where did this guy come from?" And now he's getting all of these major roles. This guy came up. I was like, he was on the TV show Lincoln Heights back in 2008. Then he was in Draft Day. He was a football player. And I was like, people was like, man, you remember him? I was like, yeah. Because I'm like, see, he's from Chicago, Illinois. A lot of people didn't know that. He went to school up here at the Congo Square Theater here in Chicago, where he worked his butt off. And he did the Jackie Robinson movie. That was his breakthrough role. Then he played James Brown. About a year later, he was doing both movies. So he played Jackie Robinson and James Brown, which he was incredible as James Brown. And I don't think he got enough credit just for that alone. Now, Reginald Hutton, we haven't seen none of the Hutland brothers in a long time. And this is, these are the guys that did House Party with Kid and Play. They were the brother directors at the time, especially for comedy. For them to do a serious role like this, Reginald Hudlin, I was like, wow, it's the Hudlin brothers. Here they are again. So Reginald Hudlin did like an outstanding job for this. This did have a little humor in it, but it was more serious and it was more in depth as far as going back to Thurgood Marshall's years. He became real famous for the Brown versus the State of Education, Board of Education. During that case, during the Civil Rights Movement, and that's what really made his bread, where his name got really popular. But this focused on him back when he was a trial lawyer for the NAACP, and he was just going around defending cases. Defending African Americans and giving them a fair shot. With the NAACP. So he was a black superhero at the time. And this main case that he's taken is actually one where a chauffeur is being accused of raping his employer's wife. And of course he believes, this is a lie. And it's in a very racist environment, very racist times. And you're seeing Thurgood Marshall, the judge won't even allow him to speak in court. He has to whisper everything to Josh Gad's character, who is his lawyer named Freeman. And Freeman and Thurgood Marshall, they Freeman didn't really want to take this case, but it's like, dude, if you want to be a real lawyer, and the law is what you want to serve, these are the cases you got to take. And by all means, this film, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible at every turn. And by far, I don't like to give out perfect movies, but this is it. Marshall is definitely 4 stars all across the board. Definitely go see it. It's on a limited release, limited theater. If you got to go to any other theater, go see Marshall. You'll learn a lot, and it's very educational. As you see the bond between Freeman and Marshall, they almost form like a brotherhood. As Freeman realized, like, I'm just like you now. They look at me as I'm a traitor, or they look at me even worse because I'm siding with you. So On that note, I give it 4 stars out of 4. Go see Marshall. Prove me wrong.